Hello and welcome. This is going to be another animal totem slash spirit medicine slash synchronicities video, and this time about fly, a most underappreciated animal in many senses. And I mean, really, if you think about it, like, flies are willing to do the work that nobody else wants to do, literally. And that is like processing the poop and the animal carcasses and things like that. They're very, very motivated to do that, which is an interesting part of their medicine. Their magic is that they're similar to vulture in that they transform that which is already dead and processed, and they take all the leftovers that others cannot process. Slug is another similar one like that, and they turn it, they turn it into new life. They turn it into something that can become soil, which can become food for other things, and they get it down to the bare bones, like literally, and then other animals that will eat the bones can come and take them. So that transformational energy definitely exists within fly. Another thing, man, it's not so much advice that was given to me from an elder, but more an impression of the way that they treat fly as a totem, which they say is theirs, is that sense of good humor. I don't necessarily know that flies play, per se, but it is kind of funny if you've ever watched somebody who's got flies that are following them and they're just constantly trying to get them away, when really, is that fly hurting anybody? Is it doing anything bad? Not really. It's annoying, but it's not hurting anything. So there's kind of a sense of humor in the energy of fly. The other aspect of that is irritation and annoyances. And so if a fly is attracted to you, and there's not a obvious reason why, like you didn't step in some dog poop, or you don't have like some food on your shirt, or you haven't like bathed in months, which is probably going to be pretty rare, you it might be that there's some way that you are feeling annoyed about something or have some resentments that need to be released. And it's good to look at that. Like, if you're getting flies attracted to you, where do you feel annoyed? Where do you feel irritated? What are you trying to repress and keep away? What are you trying to push away, right? The other interesting thing, especially if you've got more than one fly around, and most people don't take it this way. If you got a lot of flies, it's like, oh my gosh, a lot of flies. I got to find the source of where those flies are coming in. When the irony is, I mean, flies don't, their life cycle typically does not last very long. So even if, say, like the cat drug home a mole body or something and the flies are at it, if you just leave them be, they're going to do their business and either fly away to some other thing to work on, or they're short lives will expire fairly quickly. And interestingly enough, at least for flies that only have a 24-hour life cycle, that's the number 6 in there. And that is the Lover's card, like 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. So healing, balance, and one of my favorites, spiritual insight. I read once, and I found it to be fairly true for me at least, is that flies are, when you allow them to be, kind of the whisper of spirit. I mean, if you get a big old horsefly, yeah, it's like a loud bzzz, right? Like, you scare you sometimes. But most flies do not make a very loud noise. And I kind of take it to a sense of humor of when a fly comes near me now, I don't bat it away. And I just say, thank you, Spirit, for whatever it is you're trying to whisper to me right now, whether I get it or not. And sometimes I will meditate and listen for a download that might come in when flies are around. The other thing is, I mean, if you look at, sometimes you can look at the smaller aspects of something, which is, when I think about it, part of the medicine of most small animals and especially insects is, what are the smaller details that you're overlooking in something? But think about it. So flies typically are black, and that's like creative forces and chaos energy and things like that. They have 2 wings, so duality in there. They have typically 6 legs, again, 6s, right? Look at where, and 6 is typically balance when it comes to numerology. So, think about that. There might be something, if you have 3 flies, is there something significant to you about 3s that you're dealing with, or the energy of 3, which can be considered Empress energy? It can also be considered Magician and High Priestess energy, because 1 and 2. It's very feminine energy also. It's very union energy. So think about that. I think I'm going to leave it there. I would love to hear what your feelings and thoughts are about fly totem medicine. You're welcome to say, ew, gross, I don't like flies, but, it's probably going to be said by somebody else. I would love to hear, though, what you feel like is a connection for you about flies in terms of synchronicity and spiritual meaning. If you've had any dreams or anything like that, you can leave them in the comments section below, or you can send me an email. Either way, I'll see you in the next video.